Hello guys, today's project, add additional power outlet socket in the closet. I have this wireless printer, and to print anything, even though it is a wireless, you need this printer needs the power, and I am deriving that power by hooking up this power cord of the printer to the extension, and this extension goes to the another power outlet. I don't want this because this outside wire looks pretty ugly on day-to-day basis. So the idea is to add additional power outlet socket here itself and hook up this printer permanently to that additional power outlet. I have two options. One option is run the wire from this power outlet all the way to the place where I'm going to install this power outlet. This is first option, in which in this case I have to run at least 6 to 7 feet of wire internally inside the drywall. I am trying to avoid that one. And the second option is that derive the power for this additional power outlet from the outlet which is in the adjacent room, and this wall is the common wall between this room and the other room. So I'll show you that room power outlet, and I'll show you that how exactly we can use that power outlet to introduce or add new additional power outlet in this room inside the closet. First and most important thing is that whenever you are playing with this electricity, switch off the entire power in your home so that there is no fire hazard. So this is my son's room, and this is the outlet socket which I'm going to use. So the plan is that I'm going to open this outlet socket and use the wires which are coming to this electrical outlet socket and run them to the outlet socket which I'm going to install on the other side. So that means just adjacent to this outlet socket I'll have another electrical outlet socket on the back side, which I'll be using in the other room, and this will remain as it is. So that means I'll have there is no need to run too many wires inside the valve, and I'll have whatever I want to. So let me open this outlet socket and show you how exactly I'm going to do that. So I've removed the receptacle wall plate, or you can call it as a face plate, from my existing receptacle box, and it exposes all the wiring inside the receptacle box. So this is what the existing wiring is. Pretty simple. One wire is black, which is a hot white wire, and then this one, the middle one, is basically nothing but the bare copper wire, which acts as a ground wire. So for this project, and if you look carefully here, this particular junction box is acting like a hub for three different receptacles going to the different directions. So there are three wires, and all of them have been merged using these connectors, red connectors. So the plan is to add one more receptacle on the other side of the room, and it's pretty simple that this receptacle box will go on the other side of the room like this, and the reason why I'm saying like this, because the stud is on this side, so these nails will go on the will be hammered on that stud, and the wires, three wire connectors will go to the new receptacle box, and they will get connected to the existing one. So what we need for this project is basically four things. One is the receptacle box, then 14 by 2 Romex wire, which has three wires. One is the white, one is a second one is the black, and third one is the bare copper wire. Let me show you if I can. Okay, this is not yet open. So if you see, there are three wires in this box. One is the black, one is white, and one is bare copper. So I just need not even 1 feet also. I just need 7 to 8 inches to move from this end to the other end. Then definitely we need the duplex receptacle and the face plate to cover the receptacle outlet on the other side. In addition to that, you can use the existing connectors to add additional wire, or you could use the new connectors. It's up to you. uh, but make sure that when before you touch to these connectors or any electrical outlet using the non-touching connector test, make sure that there is no current coming to this one. So once this is done, it's just matter of opening this box, placing the uh, receptacle box on the other side and cutting the hole for that receptacle box. I'll show you that one, how exactly I'm going to do that one. Let me first open this receptacle box and have the access to all the wires which are coming to this receptacle box. So if you see the top corner of the other side receptacle is coming over here. So what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to cut this sheetrock over here to add the new receptacle over here. The wires from the old receptacles and the new receptacle will go here, and I will have the new receptacle box set up over here. So this way I can use this entire receptacle box in the shelf. So I cut the sheetrock where the actual this box will go, and the wires will be hooked up inside this box to the receptacle. So as you see that, as I mentioned earlier, there are 3 wires which are going to the other receptacle box. So I'm going to pull those wires and have the junction in this particular box so that everything will be available in this receptacle box. Now preparing the receptacle for the junction box. This one is a 2-socket GE receptacle, and it doesn't matter which company receptacle you buy, all of them have the similar structure. Let me show you how exactly it works. So on this side you will see 2 screws, and they are kind of, the color is silver. This one is green. One green screw, one green screw you will always see where the actual earthing wire will go. And in addition to this silver screw, there are 2 gold screws, golden color screws, right? So basically it's very simple. Gold is precious compared to silver. So your hot wire, which is the black wire, will go to the gold screw, and your white wire will go to the silver screw, and the bare copper wire will go to the this ground screw. So it's very simple that gold go with black, silver goes with white, bare copper will go to the green, that is ground. Now how much wire you should cut for this one receptacle? So usually usually my thumb rule is that 8 inches. And how much wire you should strip for for the gold and the white color, and there is no need to guess it, because if you see on each of the receptacle you will see the strip gauge. So this is the strip gauge, right? So basically whatever the wire I've cut or stripped on the white and gold, that is equivalent to this strip gauge. So no guesswork. So once this receptacle is ready, it's just matter of connecting this receptacle to the existing wire bundle. So I've connected the black wire to the gold. As I mentioned earlier, gold is precious and black wire is hot, so it goes into the gold side, and the white will go to the silver. It's very easy. Just press this wire. Once it's done, tighten this screw and you are done. So white and black is done. Now the question is about this green. This green is the ground one, which will go on the green screw. So what usually I do is I will just make a bend on this one so that I can just push this one here like this, like this, and once this is done, I'll just tighten the screw, that is the green screw. You can have a little bit more tilt so that it won't come out. Yep. So now our receptacle is ready to go in the junction box. So these are the 4 wires. This particular wire is now coming from the other side of the room receptacle, and these are the 3 existing wires, and our receptacle wire, our new receptacle is like this. So basically 1 2 3 4 5, all these 5 wires we have to connect together, and once it is done, all these wires will go inside the junction box. The receptacle will be sitting like this on this receptacle box, and then it is just finally setting up or fixing it on the drywall. The only thing is, like, if you see this blue box or blue junction box, I want all these wire to be coming inside this junction box. So if you see, there are like 4 sockets are there. So basically you just press them or cut them and move this, insert these wires through them and bring them outside the junction box and then connect them. That would be good, so that all the wires we can accommodate inside the blue junction box. So let me remove these flaps which are over here for all 4 of them, and then I'll show you the setup. So I've connected all the wires, white to white, black to black, and ground to ground, that is bare copper wire. So now use these covers to hide them, and then fix this receptacle in the blue box, and then add the faceplate and start the current to see that everything is working fine. So we are almost done. I'll show you the final output of this one in a second. And this is the final setup after the faceplate is installed. I've hooked up my wireless printer to the new receptacle outlet, power outlet.